Hi Katrina, thanks for coming in.
No worries, nice to meet you.
My name's Tony, and I've been talking with Sheila, your supervisor, about putting together some training for you. Okay, so she's told me a little bit about you, and just told me some of the issues you may be coming up with at work at the minute. So I hear that you're quite good with computers and you've got experience in that, but it's more the email side of it. You're not used to using the email system that they have in place.
Yes, Gmail, I find it really, really hard to use.
Yeah, that's totally fine. So what I'm here to do today is just talk through some training that I've looked at organising for you. Okay. Firstly, for using Gmail, and then secondly, Sheila also mentioned that you might need some training in the use of Excel as well. So I've looked at in some Excel courses, but I'll go into that in a bit more in detail. Okay. So what I've got here is a work-based learning plan. Okay, so this is just going to run through generally what I've planned for you, and then it'll go into more detail at a later date. Okay, so I just wanted to run through this today to make sure you're all happy with it before we go ahead. Okay, perfect. So what I've got here is firstly why we're doing this training and what you're getting out of it. Okay, so the main focus of this is the training on Gmail. Okay, so in order for you to send, recall, and forward emails, okay, because that's a big part of your job. And then secondly, we've got the part about Microsoft Excel, improving your skills in that as well. Okay, so I've got your learning goals to send, recall, forward emails, solid understanding of Gmail, and also having an understanding of Microsoft Excel by going to a beginner's class.
Okay.
All right. So here's just a bit of general information about yourself. So your previous experience in administration, but you've been out of work for a little while. Okay, so we're getting back in and making sure you're up to date with everything. Okay, so you don't have any learning needs that we need to address, which is brilliant. Okay, and your availability to training is between 9 and 10 a.m. on weekdays. Okay, so that's what Sheila's told me you've got available time. All right, so what we're going to do now is look into how I've sort of the logistics of it all. Okay, so what we're going to try and do is monitor your progress. So throughout the training, we want to keep a logbook. Okay, so this will go through your training, and then that means that myself and Sheila can look at this logbook and see where you are with your training. Okay, so we can keep track of how well you're doing, really. Okay, we'll also have some follow-up sessions. So with myself, after you've done your external training on the Microsoft Excel, then we can have a little follow-up with that to see where you're at with that training as well. Okay, does that sound good?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so we're going to use resources, so an online training program. Okay, we're just going to make sure you've got access to email account, so the internet on the laptop. All right, so that's what you'll need. And then, like I say, completing the training logbook, and then we'll do face-to-face meetings. Okay, so here are the workplace learning pathways we're going through. We've got one for your internal learning, which will be with myself, and then one for your external learning training will be with the company. Okay, so firstly for our internal training, so I've gone for the 18th of June, all right, and for this it will be from 9 a.m. till 9:30. So a nice, just short 30 minutes where we'll go through it and make sure you're comfortable with it and that you can control all the needs of the work that you have. Okay, so by the end of the session, we want to make sure you can demonstrate how to send, recall, and forward emails using your Gmail service. So the activities we'll firstly do an observation. So I'll observe you in your workplace with the kind of workload you're getting, okay, and then how you're looking at dealing with that. All right. We'll then go on to a little training session where I'll take you through how to use Gmail, how to do all these things you need to do, okay? And then we'll finally go over responding to those emails with your new skills learned, okay? And making sure that you're comfortable with what you've learned and being able to take that back to the workplace. Yep, perfect, okay? So I'll just do an observation of that and be able to sign you off and then let Sheila know that it's all completed. Okay, and the second part what we've got is the external learning part. Okay, so this will be, like I say, with an external company, a progressive learning group. So that is where you'll be completing it. So they'll look at presentations, Microsoft Excel tasks, and that will you be observed as well. Okay, but that will give you a basic understanding to help you go through that. Okay, and so that will be with Ruth Snyder. All right, and that will be the following week from your other training.
Okay.
Okay, so that'll be a bit of a longer course, but it'll teach you a bit more about Excel.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what I just wanted to go through with is your thoughts on the learning training that I've put together.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any questions, comments, or where you are with this.
Just with the longer day, because I am diabetic and I do use insulin, just about break periods, whether I'm going to, because I have to inject a certain amount of time before I can eat, so I need to know exactly when we're going to be having lunch and breaks and things like that, so I can work it into my routine.
Yeah. So hopefully they should give you this information prior, but
Mm-hmm.
what I can actually do is if I will contact Ruth and tell her about your situation, if you
Mm-hmm.
don't mind, and explain that she'll need to give you prior knowledge so you can make sure that you're equipped for that.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else that you have any comments on?
No, it all seems really good.
Yep, fantastic. Okay, then I'll put that all into place, and then I'll contact you with a confirmation, and we'll go from there, and we'll have it all set up.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming in.
That's all right.
All right.